Problems on linear equations involving one variable. Situation A. A group of students decided to raise money by setting up a lemonade stand. They spent a total of 800 pesos on ingredients and materials. With that amount, they were able to prepare 40 cups of lemonade. They plan to sell each cup for 35 pesos. And here are the following questions to answer. Number 1, write a linear equation that represents the profit. Number 2, calculate the profit if they sold all 40 cups. And number 3, if they only sold 15 cups, did they recover their initial cost of 800 pesos? So let us first answer the first question. But before we answer the first question, let us remember that the X is the number of cups of lemonade sold. So we have to identify first our given. So our initial capital or the initial expenses for the materials is 800 pesos. The price per cup of lemonade is 35 pesos and the maximum quantity that we can produce is 40 cups. So remember that the X variable represents the number of cups of lemonade sold. So to write the equation, we need to follow the formula profit equals revenue minus expenses. So remember that the profit is represented by the P of X. For the revenue, it is the product of the cost per product times the quantity of product sold. So it is now 35x minus our expenses or minus our initial capital, which is 800 pesos. Question number 2. Calculate the problem if they sold all 40 cups. So since our formula is represented by P of X equals 35x minus 800, then we will now replace all X variables by 40. So P of 40 now is equal to 35 times 40. So it means that your revenue is just a product of 35 pesos times 40 cups. Then we subtract our expenses, which is 800 pesos. So 35 times 40 is 1,400 minus 800, and that will give us a profit of 600 pesos. So based on the computation, a profit of 600 pesos was earned after selling all 40 cups of lemonade, with each cup costing 35 pesos. Let's proceed to question number 3. If they only sold 15 cups, did they recover their initial cost of 800 pesos? So since our formula is still the same, P of X equals 35x minus 800, we replace X by 15 since we are selling 15 cups. So we multiply 15 cups by 35, which is the cost per cup of lemonade. And we subtract the 800 pesos. So 35 times 15 is 525 minus the initial cost or the initial expenses of 800 pesos, which will give us a negative profit of 275. So based on the computation, selling 15 cups of lemonade resulted in a loss of 275 pesos, with each cup costing 35 pesos. Let's have another situation which is quite similar to the first situation. A group of friends started a small t-shirt printing business to raise funds for a school event. They spent 2,000 pesos on materials and supplies. With that amount, they were able to produce 50 custom t-shirts. They decided to sell each t-shirt for 80 pesos. So we have to answer the following questions. Number 1, write a linear equation that represents the profit. Number 2, how much profit will they earn if they sell all 50 t-shirts? Number 3, if they sold only 40 t-shirts, did they recover their starting capital of 2,000 pesos? Justify your answer with a computation. First is we need to identify the given of our problem. So our initial capital or the amount spent for the materials is 2,000 pesos. The price per t-shirt produced is 80 pesos and the maximum quantity is 50 t-shirts. So we let X be the number of t-shirts sold. So our equation is the same. We need to get the profit by using revenue and deducting expenses. So P of X is equal to 80x minus 2,000. So revenue again is a product of price and the number of t-shirts sold. So let's answer the question number 2. How much profit will they earn if they sell all 50 t-shirts? So since our x is 50, we will be utilizing the same equation. So we replace x with 50. So this time, our revenue or income is 80 times 50, and we deduct our expenses. So 80 times 50 is 4,000 pesos. So 4,000 pesos is our income after selling all 50 t-shirts. But we need to deduct our expenses, which is 2,000, and that will give us a profit of 2,000 pesos for all 50 t-shirts. Therefore, based on the computation, a profit of 2,000 pesos was earned after selling all 50 t-shirts, with each t-shirt cost 80 pesos. Question number 3. If they sold only 40 t-shirts, did they recover their starting capital of 2,000 pesos? Justify your answer with a computation. So we will be using the same process. We use the equation P of x equals 80x minus 2,000. So we replace x with 40. So 80 times 40 is 3,200. So the income after selling all 40 t-shirts is 3,200 minus the 2,000 expenses, and that will give us a profit of 1,200. Therefore, based on the computation, a profit of 1,200 pesos was earned after selling all 40 t-shirts with